Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I owe you guys earth signs, last but not least, a reading. And what I want to say is that I always go about divine timing, and I just felt like it was not time for your reading yet, but now it's time. So welcome everyone. And we had confirmation of actually loving their DMs in every other video, so forget it. So yeah, anyways, we had confirmation of DM's love for DF in every other video. Let's see, every other element. Let's see if it shows up with you guys as well. I got two. I want to spend time with you and help me. I can see where this is going soon. I need like one more card from this here for you if I don't have confirmation of some other kind of what I'm sensing or feeling. I can tell you already, because this forget it and help me, soon this help me feels like yet again, in a sense that you may have helped this person before and they find themselves, needing your help again. That's like karma, I can tell you that much, It's literally, I can feel somebody going through their karma for the way that they have treated you and them needing, your help. Because of that, it's really funny. It's like, I can feel it like right away here for somebody, like you helped your DM and he betrayed you or hurt you in return, and now karma wants him to go through help with you through you, meaning nobody else is going to help him. I can tell you that, So I'm sorry people, I'm going to have to do like a voice over when it comes to this thing, because it just didn't record. Like, it was my fault. I am really sorry. So what I saw with the card, let your light shine, enlightenment, soul journey, and whisper, is literally like, you've done the bigger portion of your spiritual growth, and I can see some of you actually anchoring themselves in that spiritual growth and in this soul journey, and I could literally like feel myself in this reading up front, meaning you're going to hear something either from me or from other people, or actually from your DM in like a conversation that's going to change things a little bit with you. So from what I'm saying with the world card here, I can tell you that a lot of you have closed the chapter where, DFs from other elements may have to still putting some work for you. The greater portion is actually a thing of the past, and I see it here like with the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of you found themselves like working on themselves at their achievements and stuff like that, or working at their careers, and it's definitely like functioning for you. And I can see it here, you're going to find yourself like being less triggered by your DMs. So when it comes to like current energies with this Justice, the Seven of Wands in reversed, and the Tower card, I link it to the card, soon. I can tell you something is going to happen very soon where you will feel like, justice has been served, to you. In a sense, you will see people, being like a victim of their karmas in the future when it comes to you, and especially your DM. The thing that you have to do is just to be like on the path of least resistance, because those things are inevitably coming towards you, and for some reason you're ready. It's going to be a good day for you. So just keep on putting one foot in front of the other. You don't have to change anything, for this thing to happen. You just have to let it unfold, is what I could channel. So I can tell you, for you literally do not have to do anything, because those things are coming towards you again. It's like, all you have to do is to carry that energy that you've acquired, from the past, as to closing that cycle of like confusion within your spiritual journey. You have to keep on working on yourself and, keep on not being triggered by your DM. no matter what you do, you'll find out that things are going to turn in your favor. So I could channel also that, yeah, definitely you have acquired this type of like spiritual strength or mental strength or whatsoever, but somewhat of a strength, that kind of changed your mentality with the King of Swords in reverse. Is like you operating a little bit different now, or from the past energies, I mean. And you will see also is because you've grown from these experiences, But I can tell you something, at the end of it, you're the one who ends up hurt, But though your sense of victory, in reverse is like, I'm going to take this fall here, but I'll still build myself on top of that, is because you have no more patience for this thing, and you don't see like the connection for what it is anymore. In a sense, you see no future with your person, but I can see growth here. I can see a change of mentality. I can definitely see strength, despite your defeat, quote unquote, with your DM. Is like, you manage to hijack the system a little bit. In a sense, you're highly functioning hurt DF, if it makes sense to you. So if I didn't take the time to say it, it's literally like you earth signs amongst my soul family, you're like the bosses basically amongst us. You can really make anything happen for yourself. So much so that this defeat that I can see does not feel like one to you, quite frankly. You're fine with it, Another thing that I could channel was definitely that there was actually another person in your mix, and that may be specific, but it's a woman that your DM may be married to or living with, and if then if that's not the right thing or the truth for you, is literally like, your DM, he took away something from you. He is literally, I can see somebody pulling you down, which is why you're changing the way you operate, nowadays. He took him literally with you, and despite you feeling victorious while you're defeated, it's like I can tell you have no more patience for this thing, because this thing happened for some of you over a longer period of time. Is literally like it's been too long. But I can tell you with the Fool in reverse, even though you're accomplished, you're independent, you're doing your thing, at the end of the day, you're not complete. And I can tell you in the past you were actually dealing, or your DM is somebody who is, I can see it here with this like cups, the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. You're dealing with the person that's like emotionally unstable. Is literally like, not just did he take something from you, he may very well have taken your money, and yeah, but he fought you also. It's literally like you feeding him, but he's biting your hand, or you helping him and he finds a way to still, fight you. I can see a lot of arguments, coming from him. And I can tell you something with this Nine of Swords also upright, is like you stressed over those things, but he stressed over that too. Is literally like he's a victim of the things that he's not doing right. And I can tell you this type of DM that I'm sensing here, he's a cold-blooded, killer. A cold-hearted, operator. It's about what he can gain, from situations. So I can see somebody here actually taking from you, and for some reason managing to even fight you, about those things. You help him, he fights you. That's what I can see here. You were dealing with the type of person that actually cannot give himself to you. I can see it here, It's like he couldn't show love to you no matter what you could have done for him. And it's really funny, like you managed to find a way to detach from your past, to not be in this type of energies anymore, and to find back to yourselves. But in the making is like, once you were able to free yourself, I can see it here with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. and to find back to your independence. All you knew is that you were not going to look back, you know, at this situation altogether. But with the page of cups in reverse and the other like cup figures in reverse, I can tell you, you were dealing with somebody who was emotionally bankrupt, basically emotionally totally messed up, you know. And I know why. It's because the things that have happened, you know, in his life made him not be in tune, you know, with his feelings. He was more worried about the ways he could get out of the mess, you know, that he keeps creating for himself, you know, with this type of energy. I can see it here. So I can tell you, like, the thing that I could see is definitely like this thing between you guys just taking way too long at this point, and you not being able to renew yourself, you know, with the Fool in reverse because of this experience that you have gone through. Is literally like you find yourself in a good place, but you won't be able to move past it, you know, if you don't renew your energy in some kind. And you see it here with the new beginning, partnership, you know, and balance, which is also the Justice card in this deck. I can tell you, when I see this Help Me card, some of you picked up your person when they were falling. There's a new beginning for you because you have earned it, literally, where you find yourself, you know, being on the right side of justice this time. I'm telling you, I can sense it for some people. Your DM, you know, hurt you when you were the only person that was there actually to catch them when they had nobody else, you know. And, you know, we know it's messed up, but that's the thing, you know, that you cannot get over. It makes you guarded. It makes you like, you know, it made you change your mentality. And when it comes to you, earth signs, I can tell you it took some of your generosity away from you. So I can tell you, you earth signs, I always feel like, you know, you're protected by the universe in some way. It's amazing, you know, to me. It's like the universe chose to bless you, so whoever, you know, comes between you and this blessing is going to have literally their karma, because I can tell you this reading was like highly karmically charged, you know. Another thing that I was channeling is that I could see it here, literally some of you have actually housed their DMs. Like he was living under your roof type of situation. If that's not the case, you will see that some of you found themselves, you know, making him being able to keep a roof, you know, over his head. What I'm seeing here is somebody who has had actually the chance, you know, to experience their DMs, but this person was like, again, a cold-blooded killer, you know. So at the end of it, it was more like a partnership, you know, without hurting you, but that's what I can see. It was more like a partnership. You give him something and he gladly took it, you know, because he needed it. You felt like it was love for him. It was just like a little bit like, let me save my life, you know. But I can see it here, somebody actually living with their DM or catering to their DM's basic needs, you know. As to food, shelter and clothing, you had something to play in that. But I can tell you again, for him it was more like a partnership, like, you know, I don't feel anything, but I'll gladly take the help that she's giving me. I can see it here. So then with the cards, you know, success and solar plexus chakra, it sends me back, you know, to the energy that I told you. I can see it here, you know, you're blessed by the universe. The universe decided before you even came down here that, you know, financially you would never have to want, you know, for anything. And if you don't know that, it is time for you to get along with that type of program, you know, earth signs, because it's your path, you know. So I could see also the card, you know, ask you a joy to begin with. I don't know if I mentioned it, but when I saw this world card, I was like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the joy card or the sun card, you know, showed up as to you are closing a cycle, you're entering something else, and there it is, you know, the joy card, you know, ready for you in the future. And then we had the card, you know, ask your soul and meditate. And the union card, which then appeared twice, you know, in your past, like a little bit like you've already been there type of energy. And if you're not there or have not been there, there, you know, it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day it's promised to you, which is why it's already a thing of the past, you know. That's how I see it here. And yeah, I can tell you, this type of thinking, you have to go back to your soul, like to your core. When I see these two cards and the two hearts, you know, that they have on them, is like, you know, you can take care of everything else by yourself. Your mental is in check, you know, your spirituality is in check, your money is in check, but at the end of the day, where does your heart, you know, vibrate, is what I could see. And I'm telling you, you're not in a bad energy. This energy is actually working for you. It's blessing you in some way, but you know, you can always like get deeper. And for you, finding back to your heart, you know, is going to be like I don't know how to say this, is going to lead you closer to your union, and is going to let you, you know, be able to move on from the energy that you're in the future, because this type of energy that you have, it only benefits yourself. At the end of the day, you'll be fine by yourself, but we're trying to get you to be fine, you know, with your or with your counterpart, or with the partner, a divine partner of some kind, you know, is what I could see here. So another thing that I channeled about your reading is literally like the past doesn't matter to you, because nobody has to explain it to you with this Empress in reverse, you know. It's like you know already what has happened. You see, I have divine confirmation with these messages here. You know exactly what has happened in front of you. And I can tell you with these cards here, procrastination and home and alchemy, and pay attention to the signs. It was like me as a reader sending me back to alchemy as some kind of like a cosmic like justice, quite frankly. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about things. And with this home card, I'm telling you, if I'm wrong, that some people actually house their DMs, you know. And with this procrastination card, is like literally you took too long to not be a victim to your DM, you know, or he took too long, depending on you and your energy. It lingered on for longer than necessary, you know, your situation. And I'll be done when it comes to the past here, because I think like your past is as clear to you as it is the way that I'm seeing it now. You literally like, yeah girl, you were there to see it, because it feels like it's a little bit, you know, yeah, I know, yeah, that's exactly how it happens. I can literally hear somebody say that to me. You're very clear about the stuff that has happened in the past. There's no mystery here for you. And yet again, that element of somebody catering to their DMs, you know, basic needs, and that for way longer than necessary. And this procrastination as well, I see it as you know, not having dealt with this situation, but just like containing it in front of you, and being like a highly functioning type of hurt DF behind that. You manage to live your life, but at the end of it, inside, you're not hurt. You're not dealing with the real pain that this whole thing has caused you. And I can tell you why. It's because the way that he disappointed you, it cuts deep, you know. But I'm telling you, that's not the end of the story. So let's switch on to current energies. So yeah, I'm going in the present energies. You're going to see that this justice is definitely going to turn on your favor. All you have to do is to let it happen, you know. As I could see, this tower moment coming for you is literally like, you know, he took something away from you, quite frankly, something that you can literally touch. And another thing that I was channeling to, it may be specific, you know, but I could sense some of you having spied, you know, on their DMs lately, and finding out about this like karmic energy that I can feel, you know. And that there is something that happened like it was more recent than all of these energies from the past. So either in a very recent past, or happening now, or will be happening very soon. You see, yet again, divine confirmation. I can tell you, some people are going to be like a victim a little bit to these karmic energies that you will see around your DM. And that there was literally like the final straw for you. I can tell you that much, where you felt like, you know, let me remove this cup of love that I have for him altogether. And then we had for you the union card in reverse with the star card. I can tell you, no matter what this thing, you know, felt like or looked like right now, it is not time for your union yet. It's not time. Do not try to put something in motion that is not going to work. It'll be yet another defeat. You know, it's because you're going to have to clear out the air with your DM before you are able to do so, is what I can feel. And I can tell you, it's really funny, this tower moment that I'm channeling, that'll be happening to you sometime soon. It'll have to do with the thing that I'm just telling you now. Like, you know, it's not time, but let's agree a little bit to love each other. That's where you're going to find yourself very soon with your DM. You will see that you will have somehow of a change of heart sometime soon. I could see it here. So then I had like the Queen of Cups, which is the one that is missing in you, right next to the Queen of Pentacles, which is you in two forms, earth signs and the woman that I'm speaking to. Watch this Sun card, you know, and watch the Six of Swords. I could link it right away to the Triumph and Solar Plexus chakra. Like I'm telling you, you guys are blessed, you know. It's like even before you came down this earth, the universe decided that you were going to be taken care of, and again, that you would never have to ask for anything. But the thing the universe wants from you in return is definitely for you to have a heart, you know, to be generous, but from a place coming from your heart. And at this point I was like, you know what, earth signs, I am not playing with you. You're the blessed kids. You're like the golden child amongst us DFs, and you know, like that's all you have to carry or to keep with you, because you can see that Sun card here and this solar plexus is like all these blessings are falling on your laps, you know, and you literally don't have to do anything. That is your path with the Six of Swords, and all you have to do is to keep following it. Those things are there for you. Lets me know your DM is in big trouble, you know, because the type of person who will try to touch such a blessing, you know, that's like given from the universe and not like respecting you, is something that they literally took from the universe through you, if it makes sense to you, which is why your partner or your DM finds himself in such situations where he keeps going backwards, you know. It's because karmically he owes you something. But there are two coins, you know, to that type of story. It's like he's taking something away from you, but I'm telling you, you DFs too, you're going to have to learn how to give, you know, from yourself, is what I can tell you. Yeah, so just remember that you were destined, you know, to succeed, is what I can feel here. You just have to go back somehow to your cup energy. So like I said, you know, concerning current energies, it is not time for your union yet. I can see it. And when it comes to these karmics, you know, you're going to have to come to terms with that, because at the end of the day, they're making you, you know, colder when it comes to your DMs. So yeah, that brings me back to the part that I felt was like important for you guys. You know, these karmics, you're mad because of them, and rightfully so. But there's another element that I could feel in your reading, is definitely the fact that, you know, you were blessed by the universe. It's literally, I can feel somebody, every door was open for you, you know, so easily. So it's like, you know, I'm not saying that what he has done is not crazy. I'm just saying, you know, that certain things are just, you know, forgivable. And I may give you like an analogy so you would see what I'm trying to tell you. Is like, you know, I don't think that somebody that has not killed deserves to die. And even if they did, I feel like they don't deserve to die. In a sense, you know, crime is crime, but there are also like levels to crime or something like that. Meaning certain things are forgivable. If somebody is in need, you know, you don't experience that, or you were like lucky enough, you know, some other people go through other things. So it's also like, what kind of DF are you to your person? Like, if your person is in need, are you going to feel bad, you know, because you have helped them? You should be proud of such things, is what I was channeling a little bit. In a sense, just forget it. You see that card there. Find it in your heart to just forget it, because at the end of the day, that was just money and you never lacked. Or if you don't have it yet, I can tell you, you're going to have your pockets full of money. So don't worry about the money. At the end of the day, it's an important part of life, but that's not like what makes life, you know. The karmic is literally spirit telling me, you know, I can understand you. But the money, or like the pentacles, which is your element, whatever you gave to your person, I can hear it literally like spirit telling you, you know, I gave those things to you, but I gave them to him too through you. So just give him, or like you gave it, you did what you were supposed to. Let go of that offense, you know, because at the end of the day, he didn't offend you, he offended me, i.e. spirit. You know, it's crazy, but that's what I can hear. So, you know, forget about the things that he took away from you. You've had them. It makes you like, it gives you even more value to be able to share those things with somebody you love. If you had not, you know, you would have been in the wrong, I can tell you that much. But it's more like, what about your heart? Because that has more value than the things that you can hold in your hand. You know, will you find it in you to forgive him? And I can see it here above all, to forgive this karmic energy, you know, that I can see, because that there again, it's making you colder. And for all of the reasons that I just mentioned, you know, you gotta come to terms with such ideas, or like food for thought, you know, because until you do, your union is not going to be there for you. You know, that's what you have to work on a little bit. So, you know, concerning the current energies, the only thing I'm going to tell you is that you have to find back to your heart chakra, in a sense, you know, starting to have compassion for human life and human existence, you know, to know that not everybody had the same start, you know, in life, is what I could see. I could channel it like right away, but I think I mentioned it later on in the reading, that I could see here like two worlds, a little bit like colliding, quite frankly. Like, you're rich, he's poor, you this, he's that, you know, you're so different, you come from like different fields of life, you know. So I told you, when it comes to like the current energies, be on the path of least resistance, because I can see this Tower moment coming, and it was funny or weird to me, amusing to me, because I could literally see myself again in this reading. In a sense, you will see that certain of the things that I'm going to tell you are going to enlighten you in some way, with all humility. And that, you know, it'll give you like time to reflect, and if I hope so, you know, that's what I'm here for. That's my energy, you know, make you have somewhat of a change of heart. I could see myself in this reading, but that's what I'll keep, you know, from these like energies that I channeled, is like, you know, there are certain laws that matter more than others, you know. And if somebody just took something from you, you know, that's like not the best thing to do. I wouldn't have done that to you, but I'm saying, you know, people come in different shape, you know, mentality and forms. So, and life also, I feel a little bit like him. He did that out of need, you know. Check back into your situation, figure out, you know, why someone like him would have done these things to you. And I'm telling you, somebody who has something does not feel the need to steal or take something from others, or to con others, you know, just to have a roof over their heads or some food, you know. That's not what it is. It's like your mentality changes, you know, for survival a little bit, you know, is what I could say. And I'm glad, because I caught your reading, that portion of the reading back, so now we can go back to normal reading. I'm really sorry for that. I tried to correct my mistake, so hopefully that'll do it, you know. So I'm really sorry, people. I have noticed it, on the way, that the sound of this portion is not going to be good, I can tell you, but I will leave it there because I think that this here is going to help somebody. So yeah, for the portion that just passed, you're going to have to turn your volumes up, and I will try to correct or amplify the sound as much as possible without losing it. I can tell you, when I see, this justice and this seven of wands in reversed, for you it's, I can tell you literally, but it's funny because I can feel a workaholic here, because she's not enjoying life, and she needs, to rest for a moment and to find herself by herself for a second. That's the energy that you have to tap in. You have to live a little bit differently than what you're living, which is why this meditation card was underneath and ask your soul. I can see it here, but with you is a little bit learn and live. Learn from yourself. Find yourself, by yourself. Meditate a little bit, but don't forget to live some more. I'm sorry, about the sound. Triumphant success. I can see it written on your faces, earth signs. You're blessed by the universe. I was trying to tell you. It's this triumphant success, this triumph that we keep seeing is a gift from the universe to you. It's literally you have good karma. Lets me know, your person is in big trouble. Because if you hurt somebody that's actually blessed, or a little bit of a chosen one, you get greater karma for that. If it makes sense to you, you're blessed. So trying to take somebody's blessings, that I can see from the universe, is not going to bring you anything but what's happening to him, actually having to ask you. I can see it here for some people, for help, because he cannot find it from anybody else. Sacral chakra is some things that I'm feeling, and that there is attached to future energies. And I told you the guy does not know how to love, I can tell you this sexual aspect of things between you and him is something that was not healthy. It was a little bit too much of the focus. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, but what I can feel here literally with this card is somebody taking your money and your body and leaving you with nothing, which is why you will see it in the future. You'll find yourselves, it's funny what it's saying to me, but not being the runner anymore, and your focus is going to be on that, what I just said for some of you, the fact that I don't care about the money anymore, but when it comes to my body, we're not going to do it the same way this time around, is what I can see here. But I can see an element of something being twisted in you guys' sexuality, for those who had the chance, to experience their DM. And if you did not, then I can see here that definitely the sexuality is a problem to you. I need some more. One more here. Moving on. No, that's not what it is. Conflict and defeat. The last time I had this combination, I could tell you somebody, I could feel, and I still can, somebody literally unavoidably walking towards this conflicts that I can see here. But something, I'm not sure that they're attached to your DM. But it may be family conflict, or another thing I'm seeing is somebody going on a trip and having problems when it comes to this trip, a little bit like that, as to current energies. And you see this authority is funny. What I'm channeling here is literally problems with custom. It may very well be because of this pandemic or something like that, but I can see like somebody traveling and somebody like encountering conflicts on their way because of these authorities here. And if that's not the case, I'm telling you, it does not have to do anything with your DM. I can see it's about work here, but I can tell you, you're walking towards something of that kind. And Spirit is taking time to warn you, so you know, be prepared, basically. Be prepared. And you can ask me anything you want, you know, on the comment section. I'll try to clarify it as much as possible. You see that you are the universe. It's not that you are, but I can sense it here. The universe literally always been on your side, you know. So what are you going, or what are you ready to give it back, you know? Let go. That's what you gotta do. You gotta let go of this offense that I'm seeing here, you know. You took it for more than what it was, you know, because at the end of the day, material things don't mean anything. If you want to talk about your body, or like how he cheated or played, you know, with your feelings, we can talk about that, but there are certain things that you're gonna have to let go of. I can see it, you know. And wellness, you know, it's funny, I don't see it like that. I'll draw one more card. I see it here like it's truth. And that thing that I'm telling you is what's gonna help you, make you feel better, you know. But that I can see here like she's right about what she's saying. I never thought about it like that, like she's right, you know. Color, yeah, people, it's about the vibes that I'm sending you in my aura. You find yourself like being able to let go, and yeah, just that, to let go a little bit more and feel better, you know. Some more. I'm sorry about the sound, you gotta forgive me. You know, I really try, but that's not what I do. What I do is connect the dots and give these readings to you, you know. Yeah, you're procrastinating about forgiving your DM. Unleash your creativity. It's not that, you know. I can see this creativity is also the sexual energy. There's something about you guys, intimacy, I can tell you that, you know. It's either you're trying to suppress it because of what your DM did to you physically, sexually, or you're trying to suppress it because your DM is not in your lives, you know. Or you'll find yourself like, there are many scenarios. I can see here like a hidden life as well. Literally somebody being a freak, you know, when it comes to those things, because that there is like a little bit of mirroring your DM and be like, I wonder why he's not in my life, you know. And somebody definitely being aware of that to the point where, you know, they know they're going to have to remove themselves a little bit from the sexual energy in the future. I can see it here, I can feel it, you know. Somebody's a freak behind spiritual doors. And healing. Do you see what I'm telling you? I hope this makes sense to you people, all the energies that I'm feeling, but I can tell you, you're taking too long to let go of this offense that I can see. It's forgivable. It just doesn't seem like that to you. And I told you, I can see definitely like a problem with somebody's sexuality. It's either your DM didn't treat you right sexually, or you are not treating yourself right sexually, in the sense that you're going with like, you're living it out, you know. And you know, there are rules to those things too, and it does not surprise me, because when I speak of earth signs, I always think as you as like being the bodies, you know. So I can tell you, somebody's abusing their body. Versus, you know, the fire being the soul, the heart being the cups, you know, being the heart, the water, and like the air being the mental or the head, you know. You, earth, you're the body, and I can tell you, somebody's indulging too much, you know, in their bodies. And if that's the case, whatever the case may be, I can tell you, you'll find yourself, you know, in the future dealing with this like madness I can see here, and you will not be on the platform of sexuality this time. It's like literally you have to clear your problems, with this sex card here, or like intimacy card not being a part of the equation. I can feel it here too. It's literally like some of you tried to pull in your DM with money and sex, and I will leave. You see that I got divine confirmation. I hope you could hear it. It is what it is. This is what I'm channeling, people. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel here somebody not living the right type of life, behind closed doors. And I can tell you something I'm channeling is literally like somebody breaking down to the things that I'm saying here. Because it's like, how can she know those things? I do it behind closed doors, whatever it is, but I can tell you it may very well be like indulging too much in this intimacy here, or like maybe some addiction of some kind, and where they would tend to be like towards the internet and porn, quite frankly. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see like the base chakra, then it'll be a confirmation for this addiction that I'm seeing here. But with you, it's literally like, thank God nobody knows what happens behind closed doors. And I can tell you, you're not going to have your union with it being in reverse, and you're still going to be the chaser in a way if you don't let go of these type of energies too. And I can tell you why. It's because your body is your temple. You don't need to go to church. I mean, if I may say, please don't take everything for like something that it is not. I'm just trying to give like an explanation to you. But you don't need to go to church or a synagogue or a mosque, just to find yourself being in touch with the divine. All you need is a body to contain your soul. That's like how you were chosen, or we were all chosen, to experience God. You cannot I don't know the right word, but there is a religious word for it, but you cannot like literally make your temple dirty, and that's not the right word. You can't do that. You have to respect it, because the spirits give to you to be able to experience your soul, so you have to respect your body is the only thing that I'll say here. And I can see it here, somebody breaking down to this idea or to something that I said. Oh. And somebody deciding that this procrastination, from what I'm telling you, or from the clues that you're going to get soon, or from yourself, like from your soul out, you'll find yourself like getting those type of energies that I'm feeling here in check. Not procrastinating anymore when it comes to that, is what I can see. I can tell you, for somebody, the secrets revealed. The secrets definitely revealed, and that's how I see it here. And it's like some people, you'll find yourselves not investing your time anymore in this like sexual addiction of some kind that I'm feeling, or an addiction anymore. And if you're honest to yourself, it's something that you're hiding from others. I can see it here. I can tell you, I always feel like earth and air go together like water and fire, Air signs had that too. It's because you guys cannot escape your realities, You need to live just like an air sign needs to think, So when you can't do this thing, you find yourself like trying to hijack, the system a little bit, just to be able to either not feel your body, or feel your body, or for air signs, not think. For you, it has to do with your body. And I can tell you here, when I see this Ace of Pentacles too, people, somebody has like an addiction to masturbation. I can see it here. You gotta have those type of energies in check, Indulging in too much is not the right thing in anything. too much in anything is not the right thing to do. And I can tell you something, even when it comes to like porn and masturbation and this and that, is like you can't. I'm telling you, I'll share, some wisdom with time, especially when we have the chance to do like sessions together, live sessions. But like all of these things, they mess with your soul. We all have needs, but the most natural way to unleash this like sexual energy is like one, you see that the lovers too, as I'm like playing with my cards, is one man and one woman together. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but this is the best way to live out, your sexuality. And if you don't, it's like a little bit twisted or something, your soul gets hurt from that, and then things start happening not in the way that you want to, and it messes you up actually physically too and mentally too. So you see what I'm trying to tell you. And you'll find yourselves, tackling this problem soon in the future. You'll try to solve it, and there will be no more procrastination for you when it comes to that, because you feel like, if somebody could detect my problem and the thing that I'm hiding, is because spirit is trying to tell me that there is a way out of it, and I'm sure about things that I'm telling you because of the devil and the hermit here. You do something behind closed doors that nobody knows of. Some more. Oh. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And you see that lover. Yes, people, those things. One more card for the Ace of Wands, but those things is literally like I know something despite myself. And the Ace of Swords in reversed. Yeah, I can tell you, some people, they try to find refuge, in other people. And I can tell you, for some of you, it's happening, in like chat rooms and things like that, You keep juggling the idea of your DM versus indulging in anybody else that you want to. And I can tell you, even your karmics, because the karmics may not be only like your DM's karmics, but even your karmics, you end up heartbroken. And I can tell you why. It's because, which is why this chaser is here in reverse too, is because when you are in that energy, you are in the runner's energy. So either way, you're removing yourself from your union, if it makes sense to you. Be careful of the type of sexuality that you have in mind, or intimacy that you have in mind, because I can tell you, for some people, I'm channeling here, and I know it. Yeah. It's like it's a little bit perverted, but not, in the full spectrum of things. It may be just like a little something, but it's not divine. It's all I can say. And it's funny, it's like your reading is a little bit about that, As long as you don't have your intimacy in check, I can tell you, you're going to be heartbroken. And you can go, about other people, chat with other people, meet other people, but at the end of the day, they're not your DM. They may belong to somebody else, so you end up by yourself. You see that, Empress? Yeah, I can see that you're bored and that you're emotionally withdrawn, which is why you literally like give yourself to others. She's living life, but even though she's living life, is like still nobody can satisfy her, and she's still, because she's emotionally withdrawn from her karmics and from her DM. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tongue-tied today. You see this victory and success for you. Yeah, somewhat of an addiction, but I can tell you, the things that I'm telling you, they're like hope to you. I can see it here. Is literally like, if somebody can see this cage here that I'm hiding from the world, and like I hold myself in, then there is hope for me here. And I can tell you, you earth signs, if you're listening to me, if you've made it this far, you know, in the recording, you're blessed. You're blessed, people. You don't have to worry about anything, but you have to work on yourselves. I can see it here a little bit more. And the Empress, I'll tell you, you did those things that I can see with this devil here out of boredom, you know, but you gotta find back to your self-worth, because you may hide it from other people, but I can tell you, Spirit knows, you know. And, you know, I can tell you he's not pleased with those type of behavior, and I will leave it at that. Spiritual strength, yeah, yeah. I can tell you, for some of you, it's not going to be, it's not going to be easy to let go of those things, and you're going to have patience, you know. Some of you, there are certain things that I told you in this reading, you find yourself like having a hard time overcoming those things. And you know, the craziest part is that the focus is on your person, because he didn't show up in any other form. I can tell you, the only thing that he has to tell you is that, first of all, he needs your help for something. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if he said that, which is why he wants to see you. But it's also something that you have to take in account, because I can tell you, it's literally like spirit pushing him towards you, like meaning bringing your DM back to you. It may be on a support of this help here, or this actual support that you have to give him. You'll be like, oh Lord, he still wants something from me. And I'm telling you, if I can see that, is because, you know, it's literally like spirit pushing your person back towards you through the form of karma or something, where your person finds himself still depending on you to make something happen in their lives. I can see it here. I can see him going through challenges, and those challenges causing you challenges, because you wouldn't know what's his intention. You can love somebody and actually need help from them. And if that person is really loved to you, beware of this test or whatsoever, then the person would help you too. Meaning, be careful that your DM is not a test, you know, to you. As to you are an earth sign, you're blessed with this triumph and like opportunities and possibilities. What are you willing to give back to the universe with this spiritual strength here? Is a little bit of what I'm channeling. You see that? Soul love, people. That's what I feel you have to give. Focus. Light beings, yeah. Don't focus about the money. Focus about the love and the fact that you are a light being. If your DM, you know, needs you in his life, what kind of DF are you if you refuse to help him? And it's like, literally, it's nothing to you. Visualize. And one last card. Yeah, people, is literally that, like, I can see this thing. It's crazy here. It's weird. It's literally like I can see this thing that you're talking about. I mean, that I'm talking about when it comes to you. It's like for air signs, because that's the last reading I did. I had to think like them. For you earth signs, is really funny. It's literally like if I close my eyes, I can see all of those things that I'm talking about when it comes to you. Don't forget who you are, people. That's all I'll say, you know. You're light being. You're supposed to have like your heart, you know, like carrying it in your hand a little bit like that when it comes to people. Having soul love, you know, for everybody, and your DM included, you know. You don't lose anything by helping somebody. Yeah, is what I'm seeing here. Your DMs hurt you because he's a sellout a little bit. He's like a betrayer. I can see it here. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he may very well be the love of your life and your soulmate. That doesn't take away from the fact that maybe he found himself in a dark spot and that he needed your help. I can see somebody that's cold-blooded, you know, cold-hearted, and is like only about the profit a little bit, but that doesn't mean that your person is not the love of your life. Is literally, I can tell you, I can see two worlds, you know, coming together when it comes to you and your DM. You're not from the same fields of life, if it makes sense to you. You're different. In a sense, you're rich, he's poor. You're older, he's younger. You're mature, he's like immature. You are like straight opposites, you know. You're there, you're stable, he's conning people a little bit, and that's why he hurt you, you know, with all of these differences also. But the one difference I can definitely sense here is like he's selling himself out, you know, because he's lacking the things that you've had from birth. And not just from birth, you could grow some more on top of that on for yourself, for some of you. And no matter what happens, I can tell you, you know, the F's of like earth signs, you can be a boss lady. I can feel it, you know, in your energy. So, you know, sexual arts, I'm telling you, I can definitely see an addiction, you know, to, or something a little bit off track, off balance when it comes to your sexuality. And I can see addictions, you know, revolving around that too. So some more, and we'll finish this reading. My apologies yet again for the sound. Please, if somebody has like too much of a problem listening to this, like because it was a long portion, nearly half hour, you just have to let me know. I will do a summary of that very portion for you. It shouldn't take me too long, but I wanted you to have the reading. You see that angel of balance, the balance that I'm talking about. And I can tell you, with Goddess of the Moon, not just are you going to have to go back to like loving yourself and owing your value, you know, as a woman, but I'm telling you, I've been very intuitive when it came to this reading here for you. Why is that? It's because you and me have a door to spirit now. And I can tell you, when I see, you know, let your light shine and enlightenment, these communications that I see coming, or what I'm telling you, your soul journey, you're doing the right thing. The only thing that you have to do is take care of your intimacy and how you treat yourself and what you allow people to do, or what you allow yourself to do to yourself when you are behind closed doors, if it makes sense to you. One last card. Happy family. It's like literally that's the only thing that's missing to you, because everything else you have in check, you know. And another one, the sun. There are two things, but you can see this happy family like close to the sun is literally like that's another blessing that's waiting for you. But you know, I could see like many people. It's funny, I can sense here in my reading, and if that's the case, I don't judge anybody. I'm here to help, you know. But I can see literally somebody being in ties with like many partners, and the sun card being like a confirmation to me that that's the truth, you know. Those are things that you're going to have to deal with, you know. Waiting for your DM doesn't mean, you know, on one side try to call yourself a divine feminine, and on the other side, you know, acting like a karmic feminine or something like that, you know. Take time to breathe out. That's for you. I know it's because I told you before that you have to find yourself a little bit by yourself, because I could feel somebody's a workaholic. Hold your vision. I can tell you it's about my visions, and the things that I'm telling you, it's a little bit of confirmations that they are true. And I told you like the end of a cycle approaching for you. I can see it. And look at this, people. A time to give rather than to take. Woo! Too much for me. That's crazy, you know. But that's what I can feel here. Some of you guys are so blessed, you know, that you're going to have to let go a little bit of this blessing, in a sense, like allow somebody else to profit from the ways that you were blessed, instead of feeling like somebody is taking from you. They're not taking from you, they're taking from the universe that blessed you. So, just be an instrument, of things instead of feeling like somebody's done you wrong, And love yourselves, love your bodies, earth signs, no matter what's the situation. And I will leave it at that. That was my reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will do some more of these here. And I can tell you one last thing that I'm sensing is definitely like a tower moment happening soon, as to something is definitely going to be something that somebody says. Yeah, no matter what it is, you find yourself saying something, hearing something, or like hearing from your DM something very soon. I can see it here. So that was my reading, people. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Bye.